Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and as Operation Frost winds down to a close, I'm sure it'll be over by the time this video comes out. Maybe. I'm ready to be done with it. Let's take a look at, first off, a brutal, snappy battle by Wolvy in the I-16, and then I'll show you, I had a rough day in War Thunder today, and I ended up getting the assists achievement for the trophy for today, so I'll show you how I did that, a way that works really well for me. So, Wolvy going for his first kill. What is that thing called? I can't remember. It's sort of an interesting aircraft in the German line, and looking at the moves of these planes, you'd think this is arcade, but I assure you, it is not. These are just some nimbly-bimbly little fighters at this battle rating. I-16 claiming its first victim, setting a fire. I think it's the HE-112? Something like that. You know, it has a name on it right there. Why don't I read these things? Anyway, Wolvy is just going to absolutely savage the enemy team here, and his second target taken down with a clean pilot snipe and a whole lot of other bullets too. The what are they? Shkas machine guns, I think. Is it Shvak 20mm and Shkas machine gun? I can't remember. It's one of those. There's Shivas, Shivas and Shkas. Anyway, they just shoot really fast, okay? And the machine guns on I-16 are even better than the cannons. I far prefer the MG loadout over the versions that have the 20mm, especially since the belts for Russian 20mm for those particular aircraft like the I-16, they're just absolute trash. I far prefer to digress a little bit. I mean, do I really have to explain what Wolvy is doing? He's lining up the guns and blasting. So anyway, I started blasting. Yeah, 5 kills already. He's just getting the lead, opening up, and not giving people a second chance. Instant death in the head-on. Look at that volume of fire. Does he care that the I-15 has the same guns as him? Nope. Times 2. Rope-a-dope. My goodness, he is just absolutely blapping these fools. 6 kills already. And I've completely lost my train of thought. Stellinium barrel proving once again that it's even stronger than its other red counterparts in the Chinese tree. So when World War III kicks off, be sure to run from the sound of the I-16 engines. Oh, that's probably not a laughing matter. As an American, I'm kind of tired of war. It seems like we've been fighting all over the world ever since World War II.
Cool. Let's go.
But Wolvy with a beautiful 8 kills, and myself now showing you a bit slower paced action.
Yeah, they love that
Thanks
angle,
for sending in that replay, Wolvy, and as for you all, feel free to send in your own replays to me on Discord. There's a link to my Discord server, and that is the best place to reach me. Seriously, I could give you my phone number, and you can call all you want. I'm still going to answer better on Discord than I do with anything else. But for reals though, no, I can't give you my number. Also, I'm not very good at getting back to people on Discord, so apologies for that. I'm just a really distracted guy. In any event, this is arcade. Now, one of the things with Operation Frost and the multitude of these operations we've been playing over the years between Whimper, yeah, you better. That's a little bit of a Freudian slip there. We do whimper as we play these, do we not? At least I do. But the winter and summer events throughout the history of War Thunder have A lot of them had these tasks that'll give you a multiplier if you're in RB or sim battles, and in terms of getting kills, that is a huge advantage. However, if you're looking to get assists, there's no multiplier for RB. So, I think it's 30 assists for the achievement, 30, 35, something like that. And it seems like a big number until you play arcade. You just blap somebody with an APDS or a high velocity AP round, kill a couple of their crew, drive away. Lots of people die in arcade. People play a lot more aggressively. People tend to get killed a lot more often. You can see where people are. Well, that didn't really give us the progress we wanted. M50 Ontos just shotgunned us. So that didn't quite work out for us. But the gist of this story is I had a really rough day today, and it was all my own fault. I had a bad attitude today, and I never really dealt with it. One of the things that I have to do as an adult is I have to focus on what's important instead of wasting my time with pointless things. And I spent hours doing something completely pointless this morning that I didn't have time to do. And no, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to stop wasting my time. And that does not apply to any of you, just in case you were wondering. I do limit the amount of time that I spend on Discord and Facebook and YouTube, and that is really important for me as well. Those systems are all designed to encourage people to waste time. They'll send you notifications about nothing. I've noticed I've been getting some notifications from YouTube on someone liked this video or that video, and I'm like, is that how desperate? Is that how desperate YouTube is to make me feel like I'm doing well? I think that my videos have been getting less views. I think they've been getting about half as many views as they used to, and it bothers me a little bit, I can't lie. You see the numbers go down, and even though I need to not care, and I shouldn't care, and I've decided to not care, I still care. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I don't monetize my videos, and YouTube is really pushing videos that have ads on them. So I'll just get copyright claimed a few times and get some ads up on the videos for you all. I've had a ton of videos get copyright claimed as well. Anyway, that is all just me stuff, but as a dad, as someone who volunteers for various things, when I do have time, I sort of realize that wasting my time is just, it's heinous, and I need to grow up and stop doing that. Anyway, so I had a rather crummy attitude today because I knew I also needed to finish off grinding this event. And that's all well and good. I usually grind through it in about, maybe 3 hours or so. And that's sort of time I don't have, so I kind of multitask while I'm doing that anyway. But there's only so much multitasking you can do while you're playing War Thunder and make any kind of progress. And on top of that, I was just sucking it up. I was playing so... I don't think I was playing really poorly. I probably was pretty low on my game, you know? I probably wasn't focusing. I wasn't focusing well at all. And sometimes, have you ever had those days where it just seems like you can't do well in War Thunder? It's been one of those days for me. And I should have done this a little bit earlier. But I picked up my air achievement in Tank RB, flying close air support, and that's always fun for me. I just love the whole way that aircraft work in mixed battles. It's lovely. But I was doing horribly on the ground. Just, I could cap zones, I'd get 1 or 2 kills in a match, maybe 3 or 4, and die a couple of times, and I just couldn't get that 6 kill accomplished. I'd call it a kill streak, but it's just 6 kills in the match with ground vehicles, and I was just not making it. I never got that kill streak. So instead, I switched over to arcade and I just had a blast. I started off, I had 18 assists by the time I swapped over to arcade. In like 3 or 4 matches I was done getting assists. So it's so much easier to get assists in arcade. The entire atmosphere is so much lower pressure, especially at these lower BRs, and the game is just a lot more casual. I needed to play War Thunder more casually. I need to pay attention to it less and just enjoy myself more. My wife got home. She was playing with the... well, I say she was playing with the girls. What happened is she got home, I made her dinner, she ate some food. Brooklyn, as soon as mommy gets home and lays down on the couch, asks to go get mommy cuddles, so my 2-year-old jumps onto the couch with my wife and wedges herself in between my wife and the couch, which is a super comfortable position. And she just watches her tablet, and they're like 2 little peas in a pod. I love it. It's so adorable. And my wife was gone in the space of about 20 minutes. Mondays are rough in the post office. It's a lot of work, and she is a trooper. She always has been. We're working on our 3rd baby, so she's building a human being inside her body. She's 18 weeks along, in case you were wondering, or in case you felt like telling me what that actually means. I'm really bad at understanding how all that stuff works. I know how to do my job, and it doesn't involve knowing what kind of fruit the baby resembles at this point. But in any event, we are picking some low-hanging fruit here in the match. You can see just casually disabling people that come up to us. We've set ourselves up in a position where our allies have eyes on us, and because we are the big, mean, heavy tank, we're going to go ahead and hold the line and be close to the action. But have you noticed that the Black Prince is kind of a trash vehicle? It's not bad at all, relatively speaking. Its mobility is bare minimum. Even in arcade, this thing does not have the ability to tactically reposition. You can usually get into position before the match is over. Usually. And the gun is fantastic. The armor is decent, but at 6.0, even with 150 millimeters of armor, that's starting to be a little bit outdated. Especially facing those 6.7 and 7.0 vehicles. The Cent Mark 10 is 7.0 in arcade. I think is it 7.0 or 7.3 in RB? It might be up to 7.3 in RB. It's quite a good tank. But the Black Prince at 6.0, I don't know, man. I mean, it's always kind of been a little bit of a turd at 6.0. I wouldn't mind seeing it go down to 5.7 is what I'm saying. And on top of that, I don't think it would break the game either. Now, is the Black Prince going to get any kind of attention anytime soon? I wouldn't count on it. And again, it's not horrible in arcade. It did have the ability to survive a few hits there, and it tends to be rare that you get one shot in the Black Prince. even in realistic battles. And you can see us not quite trusting the hit indicator, getting a nice shot on the super Pershing there for what will no doubt become another assist. And look, I'm talking so casually about this gameplay, and it's nice casual gameplay. I'm running 2 programs right now in my head. Number 1, I am moving through areas where I don't suspect that I'll get shot while I'm moving. That's sort of a number 1 program to run. And the number 2 program is I'm paying attention to where my allies are, especially since I'm trying to get assists here, and I'm putting myself to where I'm usually the first person to see the enemy and shoot them, but I'm also not far from support from my teammates. And if I can run in and rescue the guys that are on the front line and then take a secondary role, be sort of a quick reaction force in this fantastic 5.0 medium tank that the British have access to. The only thing this thing lacks is a decent reverse rate, but at this point that's just the Britannian meme, so you learn to love it. What's this thing called? The Iron Duke, premium version of the Comet. This is one of those event vehicles that I'm glad I availed myself of the second opportunity to unlock it. The first time I decided I didn't have time to grind. I know, me, before I had 2 kids, deciding I didn't have enough time to play War Thunder for the event. What a rube, what a loser with my not playing video games in all my free time. My, how the tables have turned. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like video games are a horrible and destructive addiction that I have, and sometimes I feel like gaming is a productive and useful addiction that I have. But it's definitely a huge part of my life. Very surprising there that the Tiger 2P did not kill me with that shot. All the better, giving me the opportunity to turret, wipe, and cannon breach that Tiger 2P. Setting up, say it with me now. Aw, I wanted to take down the barrel, but between the sensitivity of my mouse being set a little too high, and the tendons in my wrist being a little too loose, and general old man tomfoolery, I feel like I'm losing my touch in this game. I really do. I just managed to miss the shot. But anyway, this thing is an absolute beast in arcade. The Comet, an absolute blast to play. These mobile, hard-hitting vehicles like the Comet and the M18, always fun to play. And when you're trying to pick up assists in the game of War Thunder, reload, kablooey. Very nice. There's nothing better. Again, the Comet definitely has its downsides, especially in RB. In arcade, you can get away with the fact that it's more difficult to back out of a position because it's also easier to set yourself up in a good position. You're a lot more aware of where the enemies are on the map. You're a lot more aware of where the lines are. You're able to reposition with a ridiculous amount of ease. And really what I'm saying here is it's very popular to play hard-hitting, heavily armored vehicles in arcade mode. You see a lot more heavy tanks in arcade than you do in RB. Although the IS and Tiger 2 spam is real. And in times of events like these especially, I think they're vehicles that were really good back in the day and they're still very solid. So a lot of the people that come back to War Thunder for the events, experienced players, not the meta jumpers, but the people who are sort of relics like the Orange Doom. Did he just say that he really, truly is gone for good again? You know, I wish him the best. It's just, it was interesting seeing him walk out and walk back in. I can definitely relate to that. It's really hard to let go of something that's a big part of your life. And I think I got distracted again. It's late, just in case you were wondering. And I'm wondering where I should shoot this Tiger P now that I've already put a few holes in his ship. I've gone from harvesting assists to just being annoying at this point. I think I'm going to get around 8 assists in this battle. That's right. The match ending now. And that was just a delightful, it was just as fun to play the first time as it was to talk about. And it was great catching up with all of you. I look forward to hearing your comments and meeting you on the Discord. We've gotten a few new faces on the Discord. I love to welcome people. And I don't have the time to be there all the time, but I'd love to jump in and see what you guys are doing, and there's a great group of people there. Once again, I also feature replays, and you'll be seeing more of those on the channel as the days carry on, and you have a chance to submit your own. Anyway, guys, catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.